Welcome to today's Crazy America podcast. If you're new here, then Crazy America is a chronicle of the everyday mayhem and madness across our great land, which here we aim to give you in bite-sized chunks. So press the subscribe button below to sign up for our regular updates. Now, today we're going to talk about something that's captured the interest of thousands of our readers this week, and that is something which I'm sure many of you have seen. It was the brutal beatdown of a Southwest Airlines flight attendant. Now, this has got a lot of attention because it was so shocking. And there are plenty of air rage incidents, but this one really was beyond the ordinary. And that was because the poor flight attendant had 2 of her teeth knocked out. Now, I'm joined by Joe Stokes, who reported on this week for Crazy America. Welcome to the podcast, Joe. On the face of it, it's an open and shut case of air rage, right? But apparently there's more to the story than meets the eye.
That's right, Reese. As we often say at Crazy America, there are always 2 sides to every story, and sometimes even more than that. So, when we first heard about this, when the report started coming out, all we knew was that a passenger had punched the flight attendant so hard that the poor woman had 2 teeth knocked out. So, we assumed this was a clear case of someone unhinged going far too far. The enraged passenger was named as a 28-year-old woman called Viviana Quinones. Now, apparently she didn't like being asked to put her tray table and pull her mask up. That was the official version we heard first off anyway. She was quickly charged with battery, causing serious bodily injury, which is a felony.
And Joe, we all thought that was going to be that, right? As you say, an open and shut case. The video of the incident looked pretty conclusive that Quinones was the aggressor. You see some pretty big shots land from Quinones on the flight attendant. Then an older gentleman steps in to break it up. And then at the very end of the video, you see the shell-shocked flight attendant absolutely covered in blood, wondering what hit her. But there was a twist to this story, right, Joe?
That's right, Reese. One day after the first stories came out, another passenger who I think was sitting just 2 rows forward of the suspect came out with a different take on the story. And this person was no raving, right-wing, anti-mask, QAnon lunatic. In fact, it was a very respectable-sounding middle-aged lady called Michelle Manor. Now, Manor spoke to the media and said that actually, in her view, it was the flight attendant, not Quinones, who was the real aggressor. Manor said that had the recording started a minute earlier, it would have showed that. She also said that the flight attendant was badgering and touching Quinones and her family next to her. Clearly, Quinones just saw red in the end.
Thanks, Joe. It's an interesting story, and I think it's got some way to run yet. I guess we'll see what happens in court. We know that Quinones has been advised by our lawyers not to say anything for now, but Michelle Manor has just done Quinones a huge favor. Can't wait for the full story to come out. Well, that's all we have time for today, folks, but be sure to hit that subscribe button, and Crazy America will be back again very soon. Thanks very much.